You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi, Y&R fans. I've got your 2-week spoilers for March 3rd through the 14th. Phyllis is going too far. Adam is provoking someone, and Nikki is pleading. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please click that subscribe button. Let's get started. Monday, March 3rd, we've got Lily telling Nate and Devon that she found out Damian does not own the companies that they thought he did, that he said he did. Instead, he is involved with shadowy billionaire Aristotle Dumas. Nate is more concerned about Lily having Victor dig into his brother than he is about what was dug up, and Nate is a little upset and tells Lily to stop. Meanwhile, Amy is optimistic about mending her relationship with Damian after they share a meal. She reaffirms that nobody but her knew the truth about his paternity, not the dad who raised him, Jackson, nor his biological father, Nathan Sr., but Amy wanted him to get to know his brother so he would have some family after she dies. And Nate, by the way, did convince Amy to see his cancer doctor friend, but she has zero faith it will help. She's only going because Nate is insisting. Damian also tries to get some info from Amy about Lily. Diane and Jack spend the evening with Billy and Sally at his place. They admire the decorating that Sally did, while Jack remains anxious about Diane's plans for the family mansion. And speaking of Jack's wife, she has some serious doubts about Billy hiring Phyllis for his new venture, Abbott Communications. And Diane later tells Jack he might lose his investment money because Phyllis is not redeemed. She is not a better person than she ever was and cannot be trusted. And it's probably going to be a bad influence on his little brother. Billy tells Sally that Phyllis has taken off, and he was told she is off following business leads, which makes him anxious. Sally is also not entirely sure that Billy working with Phyllis is a good idea, especially with her being flighty and taking off on him like this. Then we go into Tuesday, March 4th, where Daniel asks Chance to start an official missing persons investigation into his MIA mom, Phyllis. He is quite worried. Daniel also chats with Billy this week. It may be Tuesday or it may be later. And it looks like Daniel is going to share his suspicions about the call that Phyllis made home because it was just not quite right and has him scratching his head. Meanwhile, Sharon and Phyllis are desperate to escape whoever this trickster is holding them hostage, and they hatch a plan. But Sharon freaks out when Phyllis wants to break a window and cause a ruckus. Sharon thinks Phyllis is going to get them killed by going overboard, but overboard is pretty much where Phyllis is comfortable. Summer blames Sharon for Phyllis's absence, and I wonder if she thinks Sharon either drove Phyllis away or did something to her. Wednesday, March 5th, we are going to have the leakers at Jabot outed. They are caught, and that means Jack, Diane, and Kyle know that there is a plot against them. Of course, they always suspect Victor of plotting against them, but this is definitive proof. And Nikki wants Victor to agree to a truce with Jack. First, I cannot see Victor agreeing. And second, once Jack knows about the traitors that are reporting to Victor, he may be completely unwilling to make peace either. Adam and Billy get busy antagonizing each other as Chelsea watches on Wednesday. Adam is wondering if Billy is about to come at him and Newman Media with an attack. And as Adam pokes and prods at him, Billy claps back, further provoking Adam. Thursday, March 6th, we have Devon questioning Lily about Damian. Now, this might be about her seeing him personally, privately, these dinners, or it might be about her investigating him and using Victor as a resource, which is always questionable because there's no such thing as a free lunch with Victor Newman. Claire gets some advice from Nikki. Hopefully she will tell her to follow your heart instead of follow what your granddad Victor says you should do, because he is being very pushy. Speaking of pushy, Kyle kind of pushes back on Summer. She still wants him, and it looks like she she may be leaning on him a little too much with her mom, Phyllis, being missing in action. But, while Kyle probably feels a little sorry for Summers' stress, I don't think he cares where Phyllis is. Friday, March 7th, we have Holden scheming with Audra. Could be about Damian and Nate or about something tied to their past. And Claire gets an ultimatum from Grandpa Victor as the week closes down. I'm sure it is about Kyle. No doubt she will be upset, and I also have no doubt she will push back. Jack makes Summer a promise on Friday, and maybe it's to help find Phyllis, or maybe it is about the brewing Newman and Abbott war. Now, going into the week of March 10th through the 14th, we are going to see Victor not so happy that granddaughter Claire is pushing back hard on him about Kyle and this ultimatum he has given to her. And of course, Nikki is on her side. Victoria is on her side. All the Abbotts are on her side, which is probably just going to infuriate Victor more. And he's also not so happy that the leak at Jabot was discovered. And that means he may be back to ground zero with his plot to ruin Jack. And I just wonder if Nikki asking for a truce even makes a dent. I doubt it. Holden wants Audra back, and he may do something shady to make it happen. And Nate is increasingly suspicious about the guy. Lily is not going to back off of Damian like Nate asked. Whatever she finds out, though, is not going to be a turnoff because Damian is slated to be Lily's next love interest. Billy's not happy to find out Phyllis is not off chasing business leads, but seems to just be really missing. Family starts to doubt the phone calls that Sharon and Phyllis made home, and pressure on Chance intensifies to find the ladies. Adam's optimistic about his blossoming reunion romance with Chelsea. Of course, Connor's going to be thrilled. I do expect Adam to update Victor that things are going well, and he'll be pleased that at least Adam is doing what he wants with his romantic life, even though Claire is doing the exact opposite. Nick's anxiety grows over two women that he cares about being missing, and he may be out searching for clues like he was when Sharon was missing, but he's going to need to be doubly dedicated because now there's two of them gone, with no idea if they are together or separate or what has happened. Sharon and Phyllis's nightmare should end soon, but the question lingers. On the off chance this is not Ian Ward tormenting them, then who is it doing it? Amy's got an update for Nate and Audra from the oncologist about her leukemia and wonder if there's going to be a clinical trial or an experimental treatment in her future. I love that actress so much, and I hope Amy survives this cancer and gets to stick around. Sally's a little taken aback by Billy's intense reaction to the Phyllis being missing drama. That may be a red flag she should heed. Jack, Diane, and Kyle take this threat from Victor aimed at Jabot very seriously. They are ready to hit back, but what will that mean for Claire and Kyle?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.